Really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, and he actually gets called and on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of know, I mean, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak. Welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
Oh, that's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so my
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about D-pipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think the pre-flop.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when we can get to the turn and they cannot finish.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1400.
I'm going 1400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where are you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have
Animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know.
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
Oh shoot! We're here and the cameras are messed up. Sorry, I was on Instagram and that's my fault.
You grieved the cameras.
I did.
Well played, my friend. Well played. Now you're in my spot on mine, and I'm all over the place.
You know what? It's not a toe stream if there isn't a bunch of fucking fails. Yesterday I had a ton. I muted the break video. What else did I do? There was like 4 in a row. Oh, I was showing a blank table for a good like 10 minutes.
Sounds good. Sounds about right. Sounds like the toe life.
It is.
What up, everybody? Good fucking morning, baby. Let's get better today. We're excited to be here. What up, Jellyfish, Raging Al, Carter, Sixes Mafia, Toe Army. We are fucking excited to be here. Right on time, I would say. Right on time. But yeah, Toe, what's up, my man? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm good. I'm doing what I do. It's Saturday. We don't miss Saturdays. This is what we do. It's a chance to hang out with you, hang out with all of you guys, get better together, give you guys some prizes. It's a good fucking Saturday, man. You know what I'm doing after this? Just the same thing I always do. Getting better. Like study. Spreadsheets. It's good.
Yes, sir. You guys know the drill. What's up, Tiburon? How you doing? What up? Sheriff Frost, my dude. Frosty. Good to see you, man. Poker coaching's in the chat, guys. We'll get it started, man.
I've taken a few extra days off. I feel nice and fresh. I cannot fucking wait tomorrow. I might even stream it. I'm not sure yet. We'll see.
Yeah,
Think
I was
about
gonna
it.
do
We'll see.
nothing
I feel
today.
really good. I feel really
There's
good.
a circuit event starting today, so I might play that. Guys, if you don't know what's going on, poker coaching in the chat. And we will draw
Oh, yeah,
a winner.
get your
One winner
poker.
from my stream, one winner from Six's stream. And then the two of you will compete in taking one of these random quizzes here. I'm sure it's going to be 1584. And we will see what the audience will do. We'll see what the contestant would do. We'll tell you what we would do. We'll see what the coach would do. Whoever gets the highest score gets $5. So get out there. Also, good announcements. Exclamation point Discord in my chat. Discord and Six's chat. PC Discord in my chat. If you get a link to the Poker Coaching Discord where there is a ton of things going on there. We have giveaways every week. We have hand histories going crazy. We have people freaking out when we're not there for a day because it was our birthday. Oh, we have an Ask Me Anything with the legendary Matt Affleck.
I think that Discord link is old. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Next week, we have Matt Affleck on deck. Talk to him one-on-one.
Yes.
Ask him questions. The guy is a legend, genius, all-around good guy. Make sure you check that out all for free. We have Q&A. We have a much more in-depth study session with me and Mr. Crazy Sixes on Thursday. So all of that available to you for free. Exclamation point PC Discord in my chat. Exclamation point Discord in Sixes chat.
Cool. Yeah,
It's
that
actually still rolling in on mine.
that's cool. Yeah, we can. I mean, no rush. We're chilling. That Discord AMA, by the way, that Toe mentioned with Matt Affleck is this Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you're in the Poker Coaching Discord, if you're not able to be there and you just want to ask him a question, you can type it in the thread and then just leave it and it'll get answered. There will be playbacks, replays on YouTube and whatnot. So yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, make sure you whisper me if you do win because I mean there's a 0% chance I'm gonna remember. So cool. We'll do 1584. I am ready to roll it when you are, my man.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Who you got?
We got is that Rainus Praying Gaming?
It is.
Let's go. The
We got
young
those
god.
Sweet, sweet aces, Ms. Tina, up on deck. It's been a minute, Tina. You were winning them all for like 6 months.
Tina's drawing dead. I'm sorry. Yee
What?
yee yee
You
yee.
can't steal a Team Toe guy and then use it against Tina. What the hell?
Hell yeah! I just coached
Yeah.
Team Toe.
He's mad. We've been whooping him the last couple of weeks, and now
Nah, I just coached some
him.
Team Toe. It was fun. I was coaching the Team Toe guys. Those cats are sharp. I love it.
Yep.
1584. I'm ready when you are. Let's click it.
Thank you for all the happy birthdays in chat. Let's play it.
Jack Queen suited here from early position in a $215 online tournament. Heads up against the big blind. Checks to us. What do you want to do here? Do you want to bet 180, bet 300, bet 480, or check?
How do I block this
What
son
the hell?
of a bitch?
Gran Turismo Omologato? Isn't it Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto? Thank you for that, thanks, guys. What are we doing? See better no. Monkey May I says check frequency is high. Lots of
C-bet
checks,
or
lots of
Najee. The
Lots
pre-flop
of-
action was 2.3x plus 1 in BB call. About 50 effective.
Jerome and Machine Gun. Not scared. They're c-betting. Everybody else checking. Machine Gun was the shit yesterday, man. He brought a cake. He bought
Damn.
fucking fancy ass dinner. Had lobster macaroni and fucking salmon and potatoes and
Cat's
just looking
crazy,
it up.
man. Every time I come down, he always comes through with like a bottle or something. He's doing his
Legend.
thing. I love it.
He was just talking about getting a bottle for you when you come down next.
Hell yeah, he was. I left the last one he bought me there.
We were asking. He's like, "Is it in the pantry?" I'm like, "I'm not sure. It might be. It probably is."
Sorry, yeah, we're getting distracted.
Jimmy
So
Booker, thank
we
you for the
raised. So Snaky says we raise. We have to see that.
Oh man,
That-
Tina,
I'm
I'm
seeing
gonna have to
mostly
redraw.
checks. Why? She
She
not?
said she just got a phone call.
Yeah. Carter says 480. One big size, mostly checks.
Morning, Cap. We got all checks except for Mr. Mike Cash, Mr. Jerome, Dano, and Machine Gun.
Hell yeah,
Tina's
machine guns, baby.
got about 10 seconds.
Bet 180, he says.
Ten seconds for Tina.
Cran Gaming's checking. So will we
All
betting
right,
here?
Tina, I'm gonna have to redraw on you. Oh, there you go. Check again. There she goes. There goes. Check. Check. She says check.
Yeah, we're checking over here. Cran Gaming is checking. And we have some mixed
I got
results.
you, Tina. I got you. Got you.
What's the army doing mostly? I'm kind of
Mostly
curious.
checking. There was a handful of bets. Julius.
What size
came
were they
early,
betting?
180. Bunch of 180s. Which, here's the thing. I'm checking. This board smacks them and doesn't hit us very much. 1, 2. There's a lot of cards that are gonna be awkward on the turn. 4, 5, 3, 7, 8. All kind of weird. And if I did bet, I don't know that 180 would be the bet. Like, these are the type of boards I would kind of size up on.
I'm thinking 480 or something. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, if I'm betting, I'm just betting 480. Mixing in check or 480. I don't know if I'm ever using the small sides, really, right?
Yep.
It feels like we bet big and infrequently. Like, it's interesting here because if you had queens or jacks, you would naturally use a big size here, right?
Yes.
So we have a queen and a jack in our hand, which would kind of, your bluffs would kind of match your value hands. So, I mean, I don't know. I wonder if Faraz kind of takes that same approach here and says, hey, this isn't really going to show down a lot. We're going to just check folding turns if he leads. So why not just go use a big sizing as if we had some of our overpairs and we're able to continue bluffing on a lot of cards when he just calls. I mean, it's not a shitload of equity with just queen high, so I don't mind. 480 for
And he had
potentially me or
hearts
check.
too, which is good.
Yeah, we can just bomb fucking any heart, ace, king, queen, jack, 10. I would bet. So I would probably bet here at some frequency.
I think
with our
that is
+1 range.
the range. Kev says 8s, 9s, betting large, probably ace 6, ace 4, back to a flush draw. Those are good ones.
So if you had jack 10 suited here, would you want to check that? It's jack
yeah.
high. And then it's another spot where you maybe want to match your bluffs and value hands. So your bluffs.
Yeah, the queens of jacks are interesting as a match. I know that like 8 and 9x in our hands would probably match that way. Interesting.
Be a cool hand to run. But all right, nonetheless, let's go ahead and check because that's what they're doing.
Yep.
I'm going to be
Yes.
betting big here, 480.
Always.
This board hits the big blinds range, but we're early position,
I see you, Carter.
so we still have a very strong range, and definitely want to get some ace highs and king highs to fold. So we are going to definitely bet here, and yeah, we don't want to. There's no reason to let king high, ace high continue in the hand. If we could get a bunch of them to fold, we get raised here. Now, do we want to call, raise back to 2,600, or fold?
Well,
Is Beats in your chat
you
right
guys
now?
are right about the polarization. Yeah. That's what they pay us for, monkey man.
Hey, Beats. Is this a Beats? Beats, is this your hand history? This is a little inside joke for Beats.
Ruh-roh.
Since we were
The Sijaka theorem. Yep.
What, row, Shaggy? What now?
Immediately punished. True.
But you
That's how
guys
this works.
realize he didn't really get into why we wanted to. He kind of like said we want to get some ace and king highs. He really simplified it, but I think some of the other reasons we were talking about before, other reasons why we can use a large bet size here with this hand.
You can also get value,
How
right,
would
from
you-
a 4x, a 6x. Like the gut shots. Get value from the gut shots.
You ever putting, dude? I do it. Yes, hell yeah, I'm betting 480 on this board.
Yeah, this is the board.
Yes.
We
I
talked
mean,
about that.
I
We
would
talked
think
about that. Faraz did it.
if I'm playing like a demon, I'm finding this probably 80% of the time. So
Oh, I'm finding this. Well, I don't know about this hand, but the big bet on this board.
big bet on this board.
My
Yeah,
betting
big bet.
range, 100%.
All right, wait a minute. So what are we doing here, guys? Now, Snake says, I'm thinking fold Faraz got made. So
We got mixes. Tina's calling. We got some folds. I like that, Jerome. Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
So we call and then we check fold on turn. So we call. I'm thinking I'm gonna call here. Ooh, Reynes is calling.
We got a few calls.
Yep. How you feeling, guys? Actually, I would call this raise as smallest. Raging House folding.
House full. He's not jamming. 2 overs, a backdoor. Jerome says, now we know.
Okay. Call. So see some mix between call and fold here. And Reynes is just calling. What is Tina doing?
Tina is calling.
Okay, both calling. So?
This is one of those spots that I hate that I tend to overfold in real life, but the solver's going to tell you to call with 2 overs and a backdoor.
Kept it real.
Yeah.
Kept it super real. He kept it 100 right there. He knows it. Yeah, I mean, it feels like such a torch, but 2 overs in the backdoor flush draw with a very strong range. Our under the gun range is still going to retain all the strongest hands. And I think this player at some frequency may give up. We may pick up equity with... But if we pick up equity with a heart, the SPR is going to be 1, so he gets to just jam, and I don't know if we get to call, right? Even if we just pick up a heart.
No, we probably don't get to call if it's just a bare heart.
Yeah. Man, it feels gross if he just leads into it. But I think at some frequency he checks. So
I also think the public doesn't check raise this as bluffs as much as the solver does. Which makes it more value heavy, which makes our continues.
Let's take another thing into consideration here. We used the large sizing C-bet as well. We still check raised our large sizing. And I think the solver obviously condenses their range. The larger your sizing for the larger the bet sizing is, so it condenses its range. I'm kind of shook now that I thought about that. Fuck, I'm gonna fold.
For us, it's folding.
You know he ain't folding now. All right. Let's go ahead and call. We were calling there as well. Fuck, it feels bad though.
All right, Tina, let's see it.
I'm peeling.
Goddamn
here. It's less than 3x. The sizing is definitely fine. In general, you're going to be peeling all your overs or all your overs with flush draws, with backdoor flush draws, sorry, and all your kind of backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw hands where you have both of those backdoors. You're almost always going to be peeling those to check raises unless you're up against someone who doesn't check raise enough. Then you can exploitatively fold. But we didn't say any read like that here, so we're just going to assume they're a decent player. Turn comes to 10. They check. Right. Now, do we want to check it back? Do we want to bet 1,200, or do we want to go all in for a little over pot?
Well, motherfucking well.
Here we are, Tina. Show us the way.
Take me to the promised land here. What are we doing here, guys? Raging Out 2K doesn't exist, but throwing a little extra sauce on that.
He's off the charts.
Off the charts. 1,200 for Carter. If I get here, I'm all win. Okay.
Monkey Bay jamming.
Just fucking ripping for 1.5x pot with queen high. Fuck the world. Okay.
Mike says he never in this spot. Just get the hell out. For Christ's sake.
All the people who never do.
What's a brother got to do to get a fold, says Mike Cash.
Well, you got to think we've lost like 70% of the people to the flop check because most people were just checking flop. Yeah. Right? And then some people were folding to the check raise. So now we're here with a thin portion of the crowd left.
With
and
the no equity turn. Beat says, fuck this guy, jam.
If we bet 1,200, he might jam. So it's all in. Ooh.
Meatball says, what the fuck is this? Probably going all in and committing.
We're either checking or ripping. 12 makes no sense.
Jam and find out.
That's our range into strictly stronger. I'm ripping.
Puck
all right, mostly rips. Wow.
I have a lot of everything. All ins, 1.2s, and folds.
Yeah, this is cool.
Or checks, rather.
Reyes is jamming.
I actually have checks, 1.2, all-ins, and open folding.
Can't
Just
punt if
folding
you
in
don't
position.
punt in practice. True. You got to practice punting to be an actual punter. All right. Me, I think I would go 12.
I think I would go 12 too. I hate the spot. Don't really want to jam because I just get picked off.
It's just a no equity stone cold dog
Yeah,
shit.
and the 10 didn't change the board enough, right? So
I mean, I think if we have the strongest portions of our, if I have aces here, I'm never jamming. Why would I jam?
True.
What would I be scared of?
Yeah, you get all those pairs to fold and stuff.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes. 1.2 is right.
if you had a set here, would you just rip it? If you somehow had a set or something here, I don't know, man. I mean, I think 12 for me. I don't think I'm ever really hunting.
Yeah, we feel the same way, Kev. Awkward stack size for a small bet, and don't really want to bet bigger.
Yeah, and don't want to check. It's not. This card isn't that great for our range. Maybe for Ross checks. This is interesting. We're going to go ahead and rip that bish because that's what Reyes is doing, and see what Ross thinks. Let's do it.
This is a good spot to bet a third pot. Generally, in a lot of these hands that go check, raise, check,
It's a tricky one.
this is going to be a good continue size. We are going to want to do this with stuff like aces, kings, or 10x, because they're going to have stuff like 4-5, 5-6, 7x, and they're also going to have just some stuff like ace deuce, ace 4, ace 6, king 6, king 5, and you don't really need to bet very big to make those ace x, king x fold, and those 5x, 7x, 3x, you kind of want to make them indifferent. And yeah, so this is a great hand to bet. I may check back some stuff like ace queen, but here we just have less showdown value. We get better hands to fold, so I really like betting. Player calls. River is a 4. What do you want to do here? Do you want to continue bluffing, which pretty much your only size is going to be all in, so it's just all in or check here.
Holy shit. Well, you didn't punch your entire stack. He gave you guys a fucking a goose. You cannot jam that turn. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I've ever jammed it, dude. It makes no sense. I don't think it makes.
The 10 didn't change the board enough.
Yeah.
You don't have like a whole ton of 10x in your range that makes it so like.
It just makes no sense. Yeah.
You're still gonna get picked off by 7 and 5.
Yeah, those hands are. It's gonna be even more.
You don't like this quiz, Jelly. This is a good quiz. This is actually, I would say this quiz is like a level 3 quiz versus the level 1 quiz we see sometimes.
Yeah, this is a very high level quiz. Most people are checking that flop. Yep. No, you can have some c-bets there because you need your bluffs to match your value range.
Knowing that you have to call the check raise is a thing.
Yep. Why is villain
knowing not to jam but to bet on the turn? This is a high level quiz for sure.
Yep. You got to give up.
It's too hard. That's true. This one's really hard. Tina's checking. Everyone check.
Yeah, I see 0 jams. Wait a minute. We got somebody considering it.
Check. Oh, Cyrus jamming. He don't give a fuck. Jerome.
You have queen high.
He don't give a fuck.
We're at the bottom of our range, so we're never. Can we make a single pair hand fold? Can you make a single pair hand fold? He's in the big blind. This feels so fucking bad. We're probably not getting a fold except for the
Jerome pushing that
flush
OPM.
draw.
He's got OPM equity.
Backdoor miss flush draws. We don't block. Still 7x, 5x, king 5, queen 7. This stuff. We block queen 7. I don't even fucking know. I think I'm checking here when this happens.
You like pushing your OPM equity? 6s.
God, are we supposed to OPM equity?
Yeah, other people's money.
Other people's money equity, yes. Just fucking. I see it. The chat pro equity, hell yeah. Never wrong. Give them their pot. Frank Gamey says so. He's checking.
Mr. Faraz Jaka quiz there.
I've been here many times.
Tina's checking. She give up.
All right, everybody's giving up.
I'm giving up too. That's a bad card. It's way better for them. I think a lot of their single pair hands became two pairs. They have all the sixes and we don't. Unless you're crazy sixes, then you have all the sixes in your hand. But other than that, yeah. Who's quizzing this Satan?
Just jam here, minimize the table, and if it pops up with a new hand, great, and if it doesn't, oh well, right?
Yep.
You never see what happens? No, I'm kidding. All right, we're checking. Let's do it.
I'm just giving up here.
Good.
Some people would make the argument of going all in because it is basically the bottom of our range here.
Oh, hero jammed.
And that is reasonable. But I don't really think we need to play GTO in these spots. It's really player dependent. In this spot, I can't remember my exact reasoning for deciding to go with it here, but
it is.
I decided to
I actually got picked off. It's the fucking worst.
Called by straight. And I think that is what's going to happen a lot here. They're going to have two pairs, and it's really hard for us to really rep a straight here. We are going to need to be value betting our sets, and we also just don't have a lot of those. So, yeah, we're not bluffing here very often. We are going to do it sometimes, but not very often at all.
Yeah, he punted this one. But here's the thing. The only punt was the river. I don't want to get confused. All that check raise and c-bet stuff at the beginning,
everything else was right.
That was pretty standard. So it's this river punt where things went terribly wrong. 25 for Ms. Tina.
25, you said?
Yep.
25 here as well.
Oh, she called heads right away.
All right, good luck. Good luck, Rainus.
Here we go. Flip it.
Oh, I'm not even watching. Yeah. I'm watching now. Oh, piss.
Got him. Congratulations, Tina. It's my birthday. We got to win flips, baby. Thanks for the present there, Sixes. You let me win a flip for my birthday. That was awesome.
I did, you know. I'm a nice guy. Happy belated again, my friend, of course.
All right, new coaching word. Or new coaching word. New keyword.
Oh, you're asking me? You know where I'm at. It's either, let's go to mix it up. Nah, they already starting to type in cat jam, dog jelly.
Which one?
Dog jelly.
All right, you said cat jam and dog jelly.
No, they started typing it in chat.
I got to make a dog jelly emote.
Yeah, no, it's got to be a fucking bouncing dog with some glasses like a cat. That should have blow up.
Thank you, Cyrus. I appreciate you. Julius, thank you for the 24 months, homie.
You be the creator of dog jelly, a trendsetter.
Just happened.
All right, cool. Shit. Let's find another quiz.
That's a good idea.
Okay, y'all. Have a good one. I'm trying to fix my front.
Let's just keep
have a good one, man.
You want to do 1581, go to jail?
Oh, my shit's still on. Yeah, we can. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Elephant marmalade. Interesting. That doesn't even sound delicious.
Take care, Frosty. $15.81 premium made hand in a 5K. A soft 5K, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. They're all soft when you are the legend that is JL.
A soft 25K, that shit kills me. All right, I'm ready to roll it whenever you
yeah, we got a few people in here. I'm ready to go.
Hell yeah. What up, Pucks?
Ooh, legends, and legends.
Oh, well. Who you got?
We got a Faraz Jaka student.
Oh, you're dead to that.
Carson in the house.
Carlson? You know who Carlson got? Raging now. Let's
Oh, I was
go.
actually said Felicia Suerte and have spouse on spouse
Yeah.
violence.
Let's go.
Raging
go,
out.
Raging
It's global reg versus global reg, Carson. Don't let him out you.
funny.
Don't let him out you,
Owl is
Carson.
ass, Seabass. All right.
It's a global battle in the streets. Let's do it.
Owl is ass, Seabass. I'm on Iggy now. Ooh.
Oh shit. Ready? Did you click play?
Oh, I start playing. I'm sorry.
Fuck. All right, I'm
Here we have 10-8 of hearts
I don't think I said
early in
anything.
a $5,000 buy-in WPT in the hijack seat. Should we fold, call, raise to 400, or raise to 600?
All right, who's knitting it up with 8-10 suited?
My bad, man. I think I just auto-clicked the button. I didn't
That's
even
cool.
think.
How deep are we? 100 bigs. Okay, 100 bigs.
100 bibbies.
600s just streaming in the chat.
Raging Owl. I'm on Iggy. Welcome. Welcome to my world.
Everybody going 600. Up 400 for Jimmy.
500 question mark? Well, I go 6. 4. Raging Owl, what are you doing? You say call? Raging Owl limping. 400, 500, 600s. I don't think really. So we got a call over here, Tom. We're limping.
We are going 6. Everyone's 600. Everyone but Jimmy went 600.
Yeah,
Jelly's
we see a
going
bunch
600 here, but said would go 500 in real life. So would Bruce. Same thing.
What is wrong with you guys? If this was an actual test, you'd be failing if you wrote in between the lines and said, I want to go 500 instead of your answer, teacher. Like, no, you got to pick what's out there. Everybody's saying 5. I know what you mean, though. In live poker, if you weren't actually in a spot, you would just go 5 with the chips. Yeah, I mean, I would probably just go 6.
Yep, we're 100 bigs deep. We should size up. We don't.
Yeah, I mean,
we wanna
in
build
live
pots.
live tournaments, yeah, I'm definitely going 6, like 3x early.
Yeah,
Super
we want to build
early.
pots. We want to build fold equity. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. All good things.
All right, 6 it is.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, it's not 6. We're
It's limp.
calling.
Yep.
Yeah, it's limp. Almost
Do you have a
6.
limping Jam from the hijack this deep? Probably not, actually.
You probably can, though, man. People
This
are
deep?
very good. Dude, strategically, we don't have the charts for it, but limping is a fucking strategy. I play with some very good players.
I mean, it's a strategy. I'm not saying it's not a strategy. I'm only saying it's not a good one.
If you have a balanced limping range, dude, I think
I don't know
it's
that
a viable
limping-
strategy. if
I
it's
could
a
be
good-
wrong.
strong-
I could be
Tom
wrong on that
Neach,
series. Limps
all
at
these
100
guys
bigs
limp?
deep?
Fuck yeah, I swear to God.
All right, well, they're better than me.
I mean, yeah, they're
That wasn't
they
that
study
wasn't
that shit
facetious. That
and the
was
responses
truth.
to
They're
it.
better than me.
Dude, limping is 100% a thing in all these type of bets. I looked at some of the charts and stuff for it. It's fucking deep, like the frequencies you can limp stuff if you wanted to incorporate it. But all right, sorry for the lecture. Let's go limp.
All right,
I clicked it.
This is a pretty standard spot to make a 3 big
Get
blind
goosed.
pre-flop raise. We could perhaps go a little bit smaller, given we're down to 100 big blinds, and it seems like that's roughly what we're playing effective. You don't have to play the 10-8 of hearts, I suppose. Like, if you told me you really wanted to fold this because the players you get to act are going to 3-bet you a lot, I guess folding's fine. It's a little bit tight, but I wouldn't be too unhappy. That said, I'm basically always raising this hand to about 3 big blinds. Kid on the button calls. Who knows what a kid means? Probably a loose-ish, aggressive-ish player. And then we get a dream flop. We have the king 8-8.
Interesting.
Should we check, bet 600, bet 1200, or bet 1800?
6, 12, 18. What
Or
now?
check.
Or check. Raging Owl, we have a
DTO
2
talking
for the
about putting
limp.
up limping charts. Check for Carson. Check for Cyrus. Bet for Jerome. Lots of checks. Lots of checks.
Check. Check for
Praying
Raging
game
Owl,
and
police.
going with a check rate.
What is
check,
that?
check. Bet the nuts, says Machine Gun. Kept going 600. Monkey May I going 600. Good mix between 600 and check.
6. Check. Yeah, I mean, mostly checking, but a few 600s. Raging Owl is checking.
Checking for Carson as well.
I mean, today, yeah, button versus hijack, low jack, we would naturally be C betting very little. I'd probably just check this. It's not, we don't need any protection. Maybe he starts to turn worse hands into a bluff. If we bet and he has a king, he's probably going to bet it himself anyway. And we get the extra value of him turning some hands into bluffs, maybe when we check, since he should be stabbing a lot. I don't know. I'd probably just check here.
I would too. Once they say we're so deep, we want to get money in the pot, but a good way to get money in the pot here would be, there's other ways to get money in the pot, I guess is what I want to say without doing some spoilers for the turn or for the next action. But yeah, I would check here a lot too. The only thing that's got me in my head is that we were just studying
those paired boards, right?
Low jack versus button. And there were some C bets out of position. And this is
it's paired boards too. You remember there's a paired boards and it's a king? Yeah, I know, but I mean, this is so... yeah. And we're deep SPR. We need to get the money in. Fuck, man, you're making me want to bet now. And we would use a large... I'd probably go 600. Not making me want to bet.
You don't have to do much to talk sixes into C betting.
Yeah, finding a bet. It doesn't take much for you to talk me into intuitively like, I can see
we had that AMA with DraftGanger. He's like, I just 100% C bet. And I was like, oh no, look, you don't know what you just did. Just open the door.
My C bet's a lot now, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and check. No, we're not checking. Yeah, we are checking. We're checking. Yep. All right, let's
find out. That's what.
So this is a spot where I think both betting and checking are fine. I'm sure if you ran this through a solver, it would recommend mixing your strategy a pretty good amount. I think we should probably just bet small and frequently against most youngish, loose, splashy kids because getting good odds, they're going to stick around very frequently. And also, every once in a while against a small bet, they're just going to decide to put a play on us with random backdoor draws by raising because they're going to view our small bet size as a lot of marginal made hands. Also, I don't think we want to be betting big here in general because our opponent probably has more eights in their range than I do. Because they're going to call pre-flop ace-8 suited, king-8 suited, jack-8 suited, 10-8 suited, 9-8 suited, 8-7 suited, maybe even 8-6 suited. Like, all of those are definitely viable hands for the opponent to stick around with, and some of those hands are not going to be in my pre-flop range. So, I think this is a spot where we probably want to bet small and frequently, or at least relatively frequently against most people, although I'm sure GTO strategy is going to be doing a little bit more checking than I would actually do against most people because most people don't play anywhere near GTO. This time we do go for the small bet, 600. We get called, which is great. And the turn is the 9 of hearts. Should we check? Bet 1,100, bet 2,200, or bet 3,300?
So C-betting here out of position, good. The one thing, too, I wanted to say about building the pot, like a great way to build this pot is to check, and they're going to C-bet their entire range in position. And then we still get that same 600 bet, plus we can potentially check raise. Whereas when we bet here, it's going to be hard to get. It's going to be hard to get 3 streets. You might be able to pull 2, but it's going to be hard to get 3 streets.
What if they have king jack? They probably just call king queen, and they're calling in call.
2,200 for Costin. 2,200 for everybody. Everybody coming in with 22.
Which side is he playing? I'm gonna side up. Let's see. 1,100 for Al. You're all checking the nuts. Why would a player C-bet range? Ooh, good point, hero call poker. If he, 1,100. Deuce for Carter. Raging Al's going 11 over here.
22 for Cousin. Kept going 11. Everyone else going 22.
Big, right? How do we not just size up when they call? I'm at least going 22.
I mean, I'm really conflicted.
I don't think we see bad.
Part of me wants to check because when we bet twice, every hand that isn't a king folds. Part of me wants to bet big because we got called. So I'm kind of conflicted in those 2 areas. Between check and bet big.
Trying to get max fucking value from king jack, king queen. stuff like that. Not that he's
Such a
called bad.
small value target.
I mean, it's enough of his range though. There's a lot of combos between.
What about the
especially
argument that if we go
not
bet
King
check,
9.
we still get value from all those King X plus any bluffs?
Well, I mean, some of his stuff.
We kill all its bluffs when we bet here, and then any hand that isn't a king folds as well.
But I mean, those under pairs and shit aren't going to bluff anymore. They're just going to try to get the showdown, and then it's going to be worse run out.
You
I
still
think
get
we
to
just
streets 'cause you're
always
gonna bet
attack.
the river.
I don't really slow play that much in this spot, but I could see it versus some opponents. And he is a kid, maybe he goes crazy, but
I mean, I don't really see bet on the flop here very much in this spot either. I wouldn't be in this spot most of the time.
Yeah, I see it. 2-2 here for me as well. Fuck it, I'm with you.
22 for everybody else too.
Gang, let's go. 11 for Reginald. Let's do it. 2-2.
When we get to the turn, we definitely have some draws in our range that would love to apply a lot of aggression, like Jack 10, Queen Jack, Queen
Hey, what's up,
10,
Bowling?
7-6, right? Like all these hands would like to raise pre-flop. Many of them would just throw out a small bet on the flop, and then we'd be right here. So I think this is a viable spot to go for a polarized betting size with our best kings and then some draws. And some 8, of course, hands like Ace, King, and better, or maybe King, Queen, and better. Plus some draws, and that includes all of our 8s, obviously, or most of our 8s. You are going to want to check this every once in a while, especially if you can tell your opponent is very unhappy with their hand, or if you can just like tell they're getting out chips to bet or something because they love their hand so much. Maybe it makes sense to check. But for the most part, I think we probably just want to continue betting this hand. And if we are going to continue betting here, we want to use a polarized size that will allow us to probably use a pretty big size on the river. We do go 2,200, which is nice. I don't think we want to go 3,300 on the turn. I am always a little bit cautious against presumably decent opponents. And you got to presume most kids are decent enough because, well, how did they get $5,000, right? They got $5,000 by probably being pretty good at poker. So given the opponent's pretty decent, I'm a little bit less inclined to do perhaps, like overbets in this scenario, just because I think that may start scaring them out of potential bluffs or potential call downs like hero calls. So opponent does call. River's a 4 of clubs. And now I have to decide if we should bet or check. So should we check, bet 3,300, bet 6,600, or the overbet, the big overbet, all in?
All wins. All right, what are we doing now? He's called twice. Feels super good. Hey, that's 6 bet. I see you. Bowling one's going 6.
All in for Cyrus for twice pot. And the first 3 answers were all of the answers. Big bet for Costin. Jam for Pete's twice pot.
Reginald going 33. Felice 66. Snaky 66. One BB Reginald says. You might actually get somebody to spaz out with some portion of the range if you did that.
You do. Then you also lose
somebody might. You tell it. And then the king's like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah, one blind from a king sucks.
But it's some hand like
some people
Jack.
will raise that though.
Yeah, so funny.
Lots of 66s. We got it all in. We got a 33, and then lots of 66s.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're going. Reginald's actually going 33 though.
Cool. 66 for Costa.
Yeah. What are you doing?
At least 66. But I'm really thinking about polarizing and jamming.
Because you would have hands like maybe...
Because he called the flopsy bet. He called the turn size up. He's got a king. Like, we still have a bunch of missed draws like Jack 10, Queen 10, 7 10, things like that. And, like, when he calls twice, he's got a king. Like, you have a king. So I'm at least betting 66. I might even hit the pop button instead of going twice pot. But twice pot, I think, is a thing here.
I mean, yeah.
Never going small. Like, we just lose value from all the king X.
I think,
and, like, when we go 3 streets, like, anything that's not a king is going to fold no matter what we bet. So you want to get max value.
JL kind of hinted on it, like going too big, or he said something in regards to this is a good thinking player. He doesn't want to be too polar because they might be able to find some hero folds. I would just naturally go 66 at this stage versus opponent who's probably thinking And in the 5K, he probably just mucks King Jack in this spot, in my opinion. If he doesn't think
Maybe
we're
not. I mean, if
capable
we're
at this
polar, he
stage,
has to
80
call.
bigs. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't jam. Like if I'm on Iggy, anything, mostly early stages in Iggy, I probably just fucking rip this. Like if this happens, more than I go big, because people are just gonna hero call way too wide. Like somebody with King 7's never folding. King
Matt
5's
says,
never
I
folding.
think our bigger 8s can jam. This one's marginal, so only 66.
I would only go 66
I mean,
here.
I don't think he's got that many 8s in his
In a
5
5K stack pressuring by players is the thing. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think people are going to hero off very early stages in a 5K for 80 fucking bigs level in 100, 200 with King Jack. On like when we still have aces, kings, we've just tripled and they just call the fuck off. That sounds crazy as hell for 2x pot, but it does happen. I don't know about in the 5K. I wouldn't get green.
I would pot it in game.
Yeah, 66 for me. Let's go 33. That's what Ray Janelle's doing.
66 for Kosim.
All right.
So first things first, I hate the
Dang.
all in. And you may say, why? We have
Hate
trips.
the all in.
Well,
Hate
it's
it.
actually kind of possible we're beat by 9-8, King 8 suited, and Ace 8, right? Those hands are certainly possible for the opponent to have. And if I shove, they're obviously not going to fold those. So I do not like jamming in this scenario. Also, some people just even fold out a king if you shove, so I hate shoving. So I think our options here are to bet 6,600, just trying to get full value from a king.
I'm surprised.
Or to bet 3,300 to try to get value from like random hero call type hands. But I really don't like that small size because I think most hands that will call 6,600, well, most hands that would have called 3,300 will call 6,600. Or we could check, and I only like checking if we think the opponent's range somehow contains a lot of really junky hands, like draws. But, like, really it shouldn't, right? Usually when the opponent calls the flop and the kind of big turn bet, it's usually going to be a whole lot of kings, right? So how much will a king call? No one's folding a king for 6,600, I know that. So this is a spot where I definitely like a sizable bet. And to be fair, I would probably be pretty balanced in this spot, going for a big bet as well with stuff like Jack 10 or 7-6. Yeah, those we're going to get called a decent amount of the time. Most people aren't going to fold a king, but if we care about balance whatsoever, then we should probably go for it with the very low showdown value hands as well as with stuff like king, queen, and better. Anyway, say, is king, queen really a value bet here? I think it's fine. The opponent can't just raise us overly aggressively because, like I said, we have a lot of 8s in our range. So the opponent does have to be kind of cautious when we take this polarized line, which allows us to value bet a little bit thinner than perhaps you may think. So I'd be value betting here something like king, queen, or better, and then bluffing with, well, to be fair, probably too many bluffs. But obviously, if you think your opponent's going to call a lot because you can look until they have a king, then you should be bluffing way less often than if you have no real read on them. And recognize your opponent could be sitting here with a hand like pocket 10s or 9-8 of clubs that will fold out, not 9-8, 10-9 of clubs that will fold out to a river bet. So some of your bluffs will get through in this spot. This time we do go 6,600. Opponent decides to call, and we win. Also worth noting, if you have a more like battling dynamic, more aggressive dynamic with your opponent, then I definitely like using big bet sizes in these spots. But if you think your opponent is a little bit weak or will just never hero call you with a weakish hand, like for all I know, the opponent had pocket 2s here and decided to hero call me, right? If you think your opponent's never going to hero call, then perhaps a smaller bet size is ideal. So slightly smaller, like 5,000 instead of 6,600. That said, in this scenario, I definitely do like a big bet with our clearly very premium hand.
Nice job.
Well done. 6-6 on the river, 10 points. We got a 4 for the 33, by the way. I'm afraid to say what we got out loud.
38. Carson just missed the swish.
Yikes. Yeah.
Got him.
I can't. Yeah.
Poor Al.
We'll end it there. Well, yeah, we got a 19. So.
I pulled it for Roz. I don't think the guy showed. I think it was a live 5K cap. And
So he just tucked his hand in the muck. Thank you, Al. Good work. Good job, guys. Let's go ahead and do another one. Also, quick reminder for anybody that may have showed up a little bit later. This Tuesday in the Discord, we'll be chopping it up with Matt Affleck. You'll be able to just ask him any questions, poker-related questions. We'll have them for about an hour this Tuesday at 5 p.m. So, be a nice little AMA with Crusher.
Yep.
Cool. We'll cancel that. New keyword, cat jam. I lost control of my body. We need it. I need it. Cat
Sorry, I
Jam
was just
in the
putting,
chat.
that AMA on my calendar, so I don't miss it. All right, Cat Jam in the chat.
Get that. No, penis. Oh, penis. Let's find another one. What up?
5 Eastern, Meatball.
At 5 p.m.
If you go into the poker coaching Discord, guys, you go into my Discord too. It's the same thing, but there's an events area. You can see here at the top. This is the event going on right now, which is the one we're in. But you can click on events. There's 21 in there right now.
Oh, I'll show you
That
guys.
will
I'm
bring you
watching.
up and
Right here.
pop up like this, and you can see here's the study sheet that's going on right now. Here's the homework with Jonathan Little. Study sessions going on with LP, Tristan
Yeah,
Wade,
right here.
whatever. The AMA is in here. Here it is, right here. And if you click interested, it'll send you an alert.
There it is.
So you can
No,
see
wait
you
a
can
minute.
always find. This is always up to date. The events section in the Discord. It's right there.
Did you move it?
The events.
It's not showing up in the event.
Scroll down to the right day. There's a bunch of stuff that happens before that. Chronological.
God damn, there's a lot of shit going on in this. Yeah, okay. Here it is. My bad. All right, cool. Just had to point it out.
When you made it, there was only 6 events. I went in and filled it for the week.
I was like, yeah, that's what I was like. It was right there before.
Yeah.
All right, let's do. We could do 1585, the King Queen, unless there's something
Mr. Tristan
in
Wade.
between. JL's playing 8-6 off. That could be interesting. 1563 as well.
Didn't see a subby group, but yeah, I might have to just kill that, man. I mean, honestly, Jelly, I do the Q&A on Thursdays. I do this on Saturdays. I got the Team Toe. We got the Poker Coaching Discord, which we're doing 24/7. Like, I just don't have the time. I might have to kill it, man.
What up, EMC? All right, let's do it. Let's do 1585.
Yep.
Oh,
I got a raw winner. I was just going to play the fucking quiz. Do this shit myself. STC 1781.
Oh shit! He just comes in chat. I see
Although-
him for the EMC.
okay.
What up,
You know about the Q&A, Jelly. You're always in there.
EMC and T?
You actually made out, Jelly, because you lost the 2 hours a month subby, but you got me
Heat.
4 hours a month for the QA. So you doubled your time.
Life heat, baby. Let's go. We got EMC here. Good luck, my friend. Let me see something.
STC, let's do this.
We're gonna do. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm good. 1585.
Hey there, Poker Coaching. Tristan Wade here with another quiz from $500 WSOP online main event, 500 MTT. Action fold to the low jack, who raises to 900. And we got King Queen offsuit here in the small blind. What should you do? Should you just fold? Should you call? Should you raise to 3,000? Or should you go all in?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
And Zay Smalls blinds with 30
30
bigs.
bigs deep with King Queen O.
Low jack raise. Oof. The big blind has a
That
mound.
is true, Pucks of Poker. It is a weird time.
Felice is calling, raging out, folding, call. It's a trap. Carter's calling. 0 fucking raises thus far. EMC is calling.
3K, call. 3K for STC. That's what we're going with. Ew, call, says Jerome. 3K. Mix, says Monkey, may I? Marlon mixing between flat or jam. So is Brain Gaming.
I got you, MC. We'll call here. We're gonna call. It's more everybody's calling in one fold, which is raging.
3K for STC.
Going 3K over there?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm only calling.
Me too. Risen the
Hello,
suited
Joe.
variety from this spot and the offsuit flats.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm just gonna rip all this in and putting 3K out there for it's pretty gross. We don't get much worse. I don't know. I don't want to jam this from here. It feels like just a punt. You're going to get snapped. The 3K.
We can't fold.
Maybe it's not a terrible 3-bet bluff. Maybe it's not terrible, but I think I'm mostly calling. And squeezing if somebody else calls. Like if hijack or button call, probably just squeeze at that point.
Well, I would jam like a lot of suited paint and stuff here, though.
Yeah.
Just not the offsuit stuff. I'm looking up the chart right now.
I mean, no call. I mean, call 90% of the time and raise 10% of the time. Yeah. Gotcha. All right, we're going to call here. I'm ready when you are.
2 seconds. Charts are 80%. Call.
Yep.
All right, where is it? Let's do it. He's in the 20%.
All right, this spot's a lot of player preference in a sense. Like some people are just going to want to fold here because they're not going to be comfortable playing post flop.
Thank you for the
But
comment.
mostly I think this is a call just because we're getting a good price. We have a pretty good hand. This is one of the worst unsuited hands I'd probably call with here. I think king queen offsuits like towards the bottom. I think if we have like a hand like queen jack offsuit, we can just comfortably fold it and not really worry about it. And then ace jack offsuit is kind of similar to king queen. It's one of those like really tough hands to play out of position. So that's why I have the 3-betting here. So I feel like ace jack offsuit and king queen offsuit are very similar, and you could mix in like some calls and some 3-bets and then some even folds, just depending on who your opponents are. But going all in is an option. I feel like if this person was a little in later position, it'd be more of a thing, but I don't think we do it that much against an earlier to mid raise. So that's why I like just seeing a flop. But yeah, everything is like available here. But my preference is to call a little more liberally in these spots when we have good pot odds. So I do call. The big blind, who has a ton of chips, the chip leader, calls as well. And we get this really dry flop, which we check. And everyone checks. The turn brings the queen of spades. And I'm going to ask you, what should you do now? Should you check? Should you bet 1,000 or bet 2,000?
Mm-hmm. What now?
What are we going to do?
What did you see? Let's see. Check.
Squeezing is better. No, look at the charts. We don't squeeze the offsuit variety. We squeeze the suited stuff, like we were saying.
Is it just jamming or just squeeze?
Jamming.
Yeah, let's say I'm like fucking ripping.
Yep.
2K for UCLA, checking for EMC. My run outs, I open fold now. Shook. PTSD. On display.
We got 1K, check, 2K, check, 2K, check, 2K, check.
Yeah, very interesting, man. Over on our end, we're going check. For
STC checking as well.
EMC. So they're both checking here, huh?
Yeah. Just checked around on the flop.
Yeah, I mean, I would find myself just using a small bet here, going like a third pot. Because, I mean, I don't know if I want to check call twice and be in that defensive. I don't see myself getting bluff raised in this spot versus big blind. Low jack, he probably still can't even raise hands like ace queen if he had you beat on this board, because he could just be dead to our two pairs, flop straights, sets if we just completed or called with the pairs and didn't raise. So with that being said, I would probably just bet myself, still able to get value from worse hands, and not put myself in fucking hell by check calling twice. I don't know.
I would check some queens. This one is our best queen. And so because it's our best queen, I'm betting. If I had queen 8,
7, queen 8, I would
check those.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And I could see that as well. I definitely don't think I want to go 2K. Ain't no way I want to go 2K. Because once you get called by the big blind, you go 2K, you're in hell. But if we go 1K here, I think we can go small, and get called by enough worse Queen X, kind of a block bet, and I don't know, man.
I actually tend to go 60% here myself because we missed the flop bet. You know, we're trying.
But
to
we're
build the pot a little
multi-way
bit.
as well. We're at a position.
60% the top size for me.
I don't know. Maybe we do go 2K, but I think the big blind could still check some of his made hands of very strong hands here.
Sure.
Because he has to in the middle, so it's
Sure.
not like he's just fucking. I don't know.
Ace
All
X
right, but
ever
we're gonna.
fold to 2K.
Excuse me.
Ace X ever fold to 2K? Ace high.
That's a good question.
That's why you keep me.
Yeah, it's a good question. I would probably just still keep a small sizing, but maybe 2K is good. It feels so sad.
Let's find out. It's a good question.
Wait a minute, I forgot. We're checking though.
I forgot what we're doing too. We're checking as well.
Let's go. Beautiful.
Check it.
So this board is going to favor the
2K.
big
Well played,
blind.
guys. I'm a griefer.
And I don't think the low jack is going to check back too many overpairs. So
Agreed.
could they check a set on this flop? Sure, maybe on the occasion, but I still think someone with the betting lead against the blinds is
small
probably
in
going to
this
be
spot.
betting
Fuck
that
me.
flop. So I don't really know if we have to worry about the low jack having too many strong hands here. Overpairs of the flop or anything that beats us. Now, they could have ace queen. I think that's totally a hand that they would check back the flop with. So for that reason, this turn spot is a little difficult multi-way. For that reason, including the big blinds range. Like the big blind can have 3-6. The big blind can have all the variants of ace 3, 4-5, deuce 4 suited, 5 deuce suited even, and all the queen X suiteds, what have you. So this is a spot multi-way where I think you can comfortably check, but I also think our hand's strong enough to bet. So I don't really have a preference on what you want to do on the turn here. I think checking and betting are both an option. I think we can bet 1,000, which is third pot, but I think overall if we do bet, a bigger sizing is better here, and I'd probably be going with 2,000. So I gave bet 2,000 10 points, and I gave check and the smaller bet both 8 points. If you care about the scoring, but that's the strategy that's in my head about this spot, and I do decide to check. The chip leader in the big blind bets, the low jack calls, and now what should we do? Should we fold? Should we call? Should we raise to 4,000, or should we go
Come
all
on, guys.
in?
What are we doing here?
Call
I
the
mean,
raise. Or balance your folding range.
Excuse me, boy. EMC says jam.
It just takes practice, man. Practice. Work. You work hard.
Woo!
It'll come.
Am I insane?
Rebuy jam, says Marlon.
That's it. Machine gun jamming, no shit.
Yep.
I checked for the jam. Go read the log.
6K in the pot says jam, says Matt Zink. Call. Lots of calls. Couple jams. Lots of calls.
I got you, MC. We're jamming. I got you. Dave says fold.
What up, Teddy? Alarm bell's going off, says Meatball.
We're going
4K.
for may as well jam, Felice says. Felice, you jamming? You all in? Four Ks. All ins. Holy smokes.
Lots of them. Lots of calls too. There's a call.
Dude,
call,
I
jams, 4K. I have all.
Actually shocked so many people are jamming. I'm actually in disbelief.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
maybe
out.
that is.
I don't think he's
It's
opted
not
in. We don't really look at Shark Scope too much there, Barefoot.
Who gives a fuck about some...
I only have it up there for the coaching business stuff. To be honest with you, otherwise. Shark Scope misses
remember
a
to
lot.
fucking
My
block
Shark
all
Scope
that.
has like 20K in missed cashes.
Who gives a fuck?
My bankroll on Global right now is bigger than when it says I've won in profit. So there you go.
Shit's busted and it's broken and who cares? Which chat is the fish there? Cat jams. Dude, mostly cat jams, I think, in my chat.
Really, we have most of the calls on my stream and a few 4Ks and a few jams.
Man. I mean, you jamming?
Oh, God, I'm not jamming. I don't think I can get called by worse. But I am conflicted between 4K and call. The small blind bet is I'm sorry, the big blind bet is a slight problem. We are top of range. We still get value from spades and all the draws and stuff. Definitely not jamming. I'm not trying to push out spades and ace high. Like those are worse hands. We want to keep those in, but we want to get value from those.
9. I thought it would be an easy call as well because the big blind could still be uncapped. I mean, it's not like they don't have like
2 pairs
queen
of straights,
5, 5s, 2s, 4s, ace 3. I think my
queen
hand
5,
is
queen
just
2,
like
queen 4 suited. Yep.
Showdown value, bluff catcher, very strong bluff catcher type hand, and I don't know if we check jam. Big blind can just easily just have 4 5 suited. They just called the raise. There's just so many hands that just beat us. I don't know, man. Yeah, we need some protection for some draws, and there's gonna be some tricky rivers, but I just would call here myself. We are jamming though because that's what my man.
I believe
is
STC.
Doing. EMC said, "Fuck the world, we're jamming." All right, let's do it. Never scared poker, baby. Let's go.
All right, this turn spot is really interesting.
I like call.
Somewhat confusing multi-way, and we're up against a wide range from the big blind and a not so strong range from the low jack, but they can have some strong hands. Like they definitely can have ace queen. They definitely can have maybe some check back sets on occasion. So looking at our hand here, our hand is strong enough to put in a raise here, but I'm not 100% sure what the proper strategy is. I know calling can't be wrong, but I just am not sure how often we are putting in a raise or going all in here. So, yeah, I think calling is probably the best play here, just analyzing the big blinds range, him leading, and now us being multi-way. I think we can play it comfortably as a call, but my only concern is, are we going to miss value going into the river when it just checks through because the big blind now decides to check? So, that's the only thing that I'm concerned about, but it's probably not a mistake here, multi-way being out of position. So yeah, I decided to call, but I think thinking about raising here is an option. But by raising, we might just get worse hands to fold and only get action for better hands. So that's why I like a call mostly here. If you picked raise of 4,000, I kind of give that the same score as a call because I think our hand's strong enough to put more money in, but it's probably incorrect strategy. The proper strategy here is probably to call. So anyway, I do call. The river brings a flush. So this is not one of the river cards we wanted to see. The big blind can have a lot of flushes. The low jack can have some flushes. Obviously, a good river card is a queen or a king, or maybe just some other card that doesn't really change much, like a 9 or 10 or jack that doesn't bring a flush. But sometimes we can be up against queen X with worse kickers as well. So either way, we don't really have any options here once we check call the turn. So that's why I'm exploring other options on the turn, but I think I probably did what I should have and just called, and now I got to just check. So I do check, the big blind checks, the low jack checks, and I'm sure we have the best of it now. And, we see this person who just bet one of the third pair here, and then ace jack just floats. So it all makes sense looking at the hands. And, would we have gotten any more value on the turn here? Probably not. But it's something good to question. So thank you for joining me in this quiz and my ramblings once again. Tristan Wade signing out.
He had mentioned it. He said a lot of words that I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear a goddamn word he said. I fucking just spaced out so hard. Tell you're muted if you can't hear me. Or am I muted? Oh shit, is my sound the one that's busted?
Jamming definitely not the answer. Sorry. Jamming not the answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I spaced out so hard. Holy shit.
Was I muted when I said that? Sorry. I was laughing because you said a bunch of words you didn't hear. Sorry.
I didn't. Yeah, he was.
I muted because I was making noise in the background. Yeah, definitely jamming not the thing. Not a thing, man. Jamming. We don't want to push out worse.
Overs and the wheel
Like,
draw.
We want worse.
Yeah.
We want all these hands to stay in for sure. For sure. Birthday was good, but we did the global stream. That's what we did.
We got a 24.
22. We got grief on the fly.
Oh shit, we won one. I thought for
You
sure
got
we
one.
took an L. Let's
Of course, it's
go.
Donuts
We
Media.
won.
Of course.
Welcome
There's
back,
no such thing
EMC.
as a toe stream without a mute fail. I have like an 85% success rate on mute fails.
Good job, my dude. EMC, hit me up. Make sure to whisper me, because if you don't, I will 100% for sure forget. So, jam over saved us. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Good shit, man. But yeah, make sure to whisper me, my friend. No, give mine away. Okay. We'll roll it over to this last quiz, and if I don't, I'll just do an anonymous gift to the stream, I think. If I can do that from here. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll it again. If somebody from our stream Wednesday will get $10, and we'll do it like that. Thank you, EMC. I appreciate you, buddy. Good job, man. Thank you. New keyword. Go ahead. Last one. This will be the last quiz of the day.
Finale. Finale. Because it's the last quiz of the day.
Oh, shit. Finale. Get in there. We'll find another one while we're at it.
We haven't listened to Matt's sexy voice today. Do we have a Matt Affleck quiz?
I didn't see one. I was looking.
Yeah, we're scrolling. We usually hit on the Matts because he's a legend in the game.
Yeah, we should do a in with the Matt one since we're gonna be live with Matt on Tuesday. I always try to make sure.
The issue. Oh, here we go. 1502.
I've done it. Maybe 1 week when you were gone.
What the hell?
Something.
What the
Yes,
hell? What the
sir.
hell? Keyword, Cyrus?
No, I've done that one. So
You did 1502?
yes, sir. Done. Gonzo.
I don't miss. Where was I? I don't miss fucking study streams.
Mm-hmm. When you were at work or something, I think.
What about 1495 or 96?
1495 and 96 are done. Both Matt.
What the fuck? Where was I? That's impossible. All right. Well, Affleck, fuck you. We do you too much. Sorry, buddy. Your ass is assed out.
Somebody said Alex Gerald. Nah, I mean,
Yeah, we want to end this.
we ain't got another. We want to end this stream in the next hour, my friend.
Yeah. Good player. Talks too
I had
much.
1563.
1563 it is.
All right.
That's funny,
1570.
that's a JL that I have done, but I don't know. It's fine.
No, man, his quizzes are good, but they're just like for quizzes you should be doing on your own free time and shit.
The problem is that his quiz
average time is 20 minutes, man.
It's not conducive to the stream.
No, not for
Quizzes are good, but they're not conducive to the stream.
And then if we start one, the first two streets will look good, and then the river explanation will be 15 fucking minutes. Nope. Nope. Go back to the first page. Can you imagine the data on the first page? Like how ultimate that shit.
Quiz 1.
The first quiz is probably so dog shit.
Yeah.
We should go back and like just troll some of the old quizzes and get some laughs from like fucking 10 years ago. Maybe we'll do a day like that. Go do some old quizzes and see what how the strategies change.
Just kick it.
All right,
old
we'll
school.
roll it. Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm ready.
Tiburone,
Praying gaming.
my man. Good luck, my man.
He's on fire.
Oh,
Ryan has already been in. Do a redraw? He didn't win though.
He already was selected over there.
Cyrus, you're up, buddy.
Piss. Sorry, buddy.
Spread the love.
This is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you. Deuterino!
Oh, look at this. Cyrus versus
Holy
Deuterino.
shit. If he's here.
Brian. Is he alive? Where's Brian?
Hey ya, hi ya.
Who the fuck is that guy?
All right. Where he's on it. He's here. Every week pick a page. Shit.
J Pills. That's so funny. All right, let's go.
Yep.
Here we have the 8-6
There we go.
offsuit. Opponent limps from the small blind. We are playing
Is this fucking
heads
heads
up
up?
for all the marbles. This is a progressive knockout tournament,
Oh.
so if you win, you get a whole lot of money.
Oh.
And if you don't win, well, you get a little bit of money. So we're going to try to win. Opponent limps small blind. We have no real reads here. Besides, they seem to play well. Should we check? Raise to 320,000, raise to 480,000, or raise to 640,000?
All right. They limp. What do we do with 6-8? Check, check, check.
Nah, he was Tiburon. You already got. You already went for Team Toe today or Toe Stream, so I had to re-roll. That's the way we're gonna do it to give more people an opportunity that haven't had an opportunity.
I think you got confused, man.
What's up?
Tiberian, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
They didn't win in my stream. It was Prying Gaming that won twice.
Oh no, he did Reno. I agree with you. I'll send you $5 or something, man. You won. No, you're good. No, you good. I got you good.
Check. Cyrus checking.
Don't worry about it, man.
480 just to be different. Just Jerome just wanted to stand out.
I thought you said he won. I got a mistake.
Yeah, you misunderstood me.
All right.
640 for Machine Gun, 480 for Jerome, and everybody else checking.
In the confusion, nobody's doing a goddamn thing here.
Check.
What are we doing? Anybody raising what? What the fuck? Easy 480. Check.
Almost all checks.
Yeah, we got one raise though.
We got a
Mix
couple
it
raises.
up. You got a couple raises over there.
We have a couple raises and then a million checks. I'm checking myself.
Yeah, I'm probably just checking this hand.
I'm gonna be really polar here. I'm gonna raise my best stuff. I'm gonna raise my shit stuff, and then this stuff in the middle, I tend to just check.
Well, I think if we have a heads up strategy, it's gonna be a lot of mixed frequencies, a lot of stuff, and it wouldn't be. I don't think we would be very polar in this spot. I think we would have a very mixed strategy if we looked at the chart with like a lot of different stuff. I'm curious though at these stack depths because my head up game isn't bad. I think intuitively I'm a good poker player, but I don't study heads up a lot because it's hard as fuck to get there.
Yeah.
It's hard. How many bigs do we have here?
70 or so, or something like that. 82,
Yeah, look at this strategy. So that's the strategy. Just talking.
6.
So yeah, I'd imagine we just have a lot of partial frequency stuff mixing.
Oh, 50.
50
bigs.
Yeah, this is. Oh, we have 50. This is 80. No, that's 60. So yeah, that's our strategy. All right, cool. Sorry. Imagine reaching head up. What a brag post. Fucking getting heads up in the tournament. Holy shit. So he's guaranteed first place money, and they're just playing for a bounty. What a life. All right, we're gonna go ahead and check. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Let's do it.
8-6 offsuit is a hand I'm definitely just going to check. From out of position, I don't especially want to raise and
They're playing
bloat the
polarized.
pot
You
with
can
a
go like 40,
very
15%.
marginal hand. Also, this hand plays well enough, so let's just check, see the flop. If I am going to raise, I'm going to raise pretty big to like 640,000 to just try to give myself maximum fold equity.
Call.
But I don't really see a purpose in raising this hand. We do check. Flop comes ace-9-5. We're out of position. We're going to be checking the vast majority of the time. And the opponent bets one big blind. We have a gut shot. We have a backdoor flush draw. What more do we want in life? Should we fold, call, raise to 480,000, or raise to 720,000?
All right, guys, what's the play?
Yeah, 15% of the time you're raising here. Calling 70%.
Very small amount.
Very good, man. That was a very good call. I like that. Oh, not 15%, 15% of combos. I'm sorry, not the time combos.
Oh, 50% of combos. Okay, that's different.
480K.
Cyrus with the call. Monkey bag call.
Just calling. Pucks
Hollywood
is
call.
going check raising, going 480. Phillies calling 480 for UCLA. This is better to float, he says. Floataroo.
Floataroo. Call. We got a fold out there, Bob the
Boom
Turner.
to boom. Just calling as well. Welcome, my man. Or I shouldn't say
Matt raising.
welcome.
Matt Zink. There's a couple Matts.
Deuterino is going for 80 check raising as well. Villain's range should raise a lot of ace-x combos pre, so okay. You minimize your loss with the raise if you call your bleeding to only catch with a gut shot, right? Got a lot more backdoor equity. You can turn pairs, you can turn pair and straight draws. I mean, there's a
They could check
reasonable
turn.
amount of because if they can just check the turn, you can turn your hand into a bluff. So I don't think just calling is going to be too horrible, but I could see merit in check raising as well. But Tiberian is going for no, he's just check. Wait a minute, what are you doing here, my man? I'm sorry.
It's a mystery.
I know he's just calling. I know. I thought I see 4080s in there. People forget to tag, so I got confused. All right, he's calling.
Yeah, so is Cyrus, and generally we do not fold gut shots, especially one with a spade.
Ever fold it.
Ever.
You open up a
Check
bag of
raise,
chips.
I don't
over
think this hand. Sorry, I was putting some away. That's why I muted before. I don't think we check raise this combo. I think our combos are going to be things like 2-4, 3-4, things with less fold equity that have spades, and then things like 7-8, 6-8 spades, and stuff like that. Not this.
Yeah, I'd probably just call as well. I could see maybe check raising not being horrible at the same time, though. We do just have 8 high. I suspect they could just be betting here extremely wide, considering they're probably not going to complete all of their ace-x at least. So I think we can just generate some folds with some king highs and queen highs, a lot of hands they stab with, and we get folds with 8 high, which would be fucking phenomenal. So I don't hate the 480 crew at all. I might go 480 as much as I go call. I don't know. I'm not sure, but we're going to call here.
So are we. Let's do it.
Yep. You only have a gut shot. Fuck that.
This is an interesting spot because we're actually playing pretty deep stacked here. I definitely think raising to 480,000 is a very, very strong play. But at the same time, we're facing a really small bet. So when we're facing a really small bet, look at our pot odds, right? We have to realize 23% equity. Like, if we just look at our straight outs, we have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 outs to a pair and or straight, which is pretty good. So, I mean, 10 outs is roughly 20% equity, give or take, right? No, I'm sorry, 20% equity. My brain's not working. Yeah, 10 outs is 20% of the deck with one card to come. Plus, sometimes when we call, it goes check on the turn and we get to see the river, right? Goodness gracious. I'm getting old. When you get old, you can't do math anymore. So we're actually going to get here on the turn a decent amount of the time. Also, we're going to have some bluffing potential later. So I think this is a reasonable hand to call. If our hand was a little bit weaker, like 4-3, that's a hand I may want to go for a raise. Just like as the hand gets weaker and weaker to the point that like an 8 or a 6 may not be good. Like if you get a 4 or 3, it's less likely to be good than an 8 or a 6, right? As your pairs get weaker and weaker, I think you should be more inclined to raise. And as your draws to the nuts are weaker and weaker, or just less likely or not even existent, I think that's where you want to be raising heads up a little bit more often. I'd also raise a lot of my really good draws, and I'd raise a lot of my really good hands. But I think my marginal draws and my marginal made hands typically prefer to just call. And this is on the cusp between a marginal draw and a junky draw, but I think it's probably good enough to call. If I had no spade here, I'd be more inclined to raise, by the way. But with a spade, I think it's a little bit better to call. But whatever, I think you can really go either way. Turns a 4. I'd check pretty automatically here, but I think leading actually could be viable. If this was an 8 on the flop, I think leading this 4 in general, not in my hand, but in general would be pretty reasonable. Here, though, there's not a ton of nut hands, and I just told you I'm check raising like 4-3 and presumably 3-2, right? Therefore, I probably don't have a ton of those hands. Anyway, we check turn. It does go check. River is the jack of spades. We have nothing. Should we check, bet 240,000, bet 480,000, or bet 640,000?
Well,
All right, here
they
we go.
checked
One
the
check
fucking
on the turn.
right?
Yep.
What now?
Open
Check, give
fold
up.
for praying.
Somebody folded. Gave up. 480.
1 million overbet for Matt Zink.
640 from Carter.
Cyrus going 480.
from UCLA. Who's giving up? At least 480. Check for Dave.
40 for Cyrus, 40 for Dennis.
I think I see one fucking check.
Praying, he said 1 million, which is why I said
Hello with the 240. What's up?
big bet for Machine Gun.
Deuterino's going 480. Probably gets pairs
480,
worse than a
640.
jack.
Lots of 640s coming in.
Hot. 480 probably. 640 for day pass. Okay. So I see like 2 640s and the rest 480s, and they check. With I'm still Tiberian going 480. So we got 480 over here, though.
480 for Cyrus as well.
Damn, we're gonna get the exact same score. We're gonna have to flip, no matter what.
Shit.
Tell you 640 or 480?
Somewhere in that range.
Yeah, that's
Somewhere
all that
between
matters.
480 and 640. Somewhere in that range.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just if you kind of think about it, do we accomplish the exact same thing for 480 that we do for 640? Is there a small region of hands that's going to fold if we go 640 instead of going 480? 480 actually looks more value-y, where 640 is a little bit more polar.
And we sized
480
down the
looks
flush
like it wants a fucking call so bad, you know, from the optics of it. And I think the ranges would be the same to call both. Maybe you might make a jack indifferent for 640, but I don't think so. Honestly, 480 probably accomplishes about the same thing, but I wouldn't see that and just go bigger than that, probably.
I also think when the flush comes in, we could size down a little bit.
Yeah, we don't need to go like... yeah, I think 480 is probably superior to the 640 in a way. Because it feels like it accomplishes the same thing, and it feels kind of naturally stronger, less polar, and you're just going to fold out all the pairs under a jack and shit. And the king highs is which we want. And I think 240 is too fucking small.
Does it
Nine
make
might call
sense
you.
since we didn't check raise flop? Yes, we would have a lot of floats because it's an ace high board. We'd be a
Yep.
little more careful.
All right, boat 8s over here. I really like it, and I can see 640. It can't be a mistake, that big of a
Agreed.
mistake to go 640 either. And if you did that, pat on the back. I think it's better than checking. So let's do
Me
it.
too.
Now we just want to play this
480s.
hand exactly like we would play
Beautiful.
an ace. I would check some aces pre-flop.
Beautiful.
I would check call them on the flop. I would check them on the turn, and I would bet them on the river. I also want to play this hand like I would play a flush. I just told you I would check call a lot of my flush draws on the flop, especially the good ones. I would check the turn. I would like to bet them on the river. Right?
Swish.
What about if I had a jack? I would go for a reasonable value bet with a jack here. I think that's fine, but maybe not. Maybe we do a lot of checking with the jack. Probably not quite good enough to bet. So really the question is, how would I play a flush? How would I play an ace? I think I'd go for like a 2/3 pot bet with those hands. So with my bluffs, I think we should go for about a 2/3 pot bet. I don't want to go too small like a third pot, because when you go a third pot, you're going to start getting hero called by like any pair, which is clearly really bad for me. And I don't want to go too big, because when I go to like a big, like 640,000, then I don't really think we're getting a whole lot more hands to fold out compared to when we bet 480. I think when we go 480, we're going to get called by something like a 9 or better. But that really shouldn't be a ton of the opponent's range. And for all I know, maybe they even make a slightly snug fold to 480k. So I think I like 480k, although 640 could be better if you think that that's going to result in your opponent folding out way more often. But at least in my experience, 480, 640, they're basically the same in terms of the hands that will fold out and the hands that will call. And when that's the case, you want to use the size that risks less money whenever you're bluffing, right? Because now instead of losing 640 when I call, I'll lose 480 when I get called. Anyway, we go 480 and we win the pot. So that's going to be it for this, the hands from this tournament. I ended up winning the heads-up session. We just got it in with a flip and I won, so that was lucky. I think it was a flip and I won. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. I won the tournament. got about $35,000 or something like that, which is always
shit.
nice for a $200 tournament. And we'll continue grinding it out.
They be doing this shit like it's easy. God damn, we just shipped. Congrats. That's nasty. I don't know how old this is. Nice little 35K banger for JL.
Can't be that old. It's within the last few months.
Yeah, it ain't that old, but you know what time it is. It's time to win this flip.
You win. Sarah said, let the other guy have it. No need the coin flip. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
You just took all of our excitement and drama away. We're all gamblers looking for flips and like any little sweat, and you just denied us that because you're a
It's
nice
heartbroken.
guy. Son of a bitch. I just wanted to add
What would you have picked?
I don't get to pick. I think Tiberian would have probably picked tails, and we would have won. Of course.
If you would have picked tails, you would have lost. I just flipped it.
Hey, make
So
sure
look.
to hit me up, Tiberian. He gave it to you, man. That's what's up.
You're
That's a
hooked
nice guy. We won anyway?
You want no? We got hooked up
I know what
because
you mean.
had you called tails, you would have lost because I just flipped the coin. And since you didn't, you win anyways.
Damn,
Congratulations.
what a legend over there. Acts of kindness. Make sure to whisper me if you
Truth
did
is,
win the day.
The
Flip
two army's so
it.
good. We're just so rich. We'll give you a little charity over there in the mafia.
Yeah, I need some charity. We're broken over
It's
here.
just the mafia. All right, guys.
Whisper me here, my dude. On this. I check my whispers and get it to you within the week. Usually I get off this computer right after this and I don't come back until tomorrow.
Loading up the chat with the links here. Caster Command for Mr. Crazy Sixes. Make sure you give him a follow.
Oh, shit.
YouTube, if you like this one, you want to see this one from the beginning. You want to see any ones we've done in the past. We've had a lot of guests on there. We've had Affleck. We've had everybody pretty much except for Jonathan on this one. We only had him on Discord. We've had Bet on Drew. We've had Fat Train. We've had Melissa2141. We've had Fallon. We've had all these kind of people. Tons of them. Go check them out there on the YouTube channel. Exclamation point YouTube in your chat. Exclamation point PC for you to sign up for free. To sign up to PC.com. You get 20 free quizzes. Big blind charts for £100 or more. And a bunch of homework assignments. If you sign up for premium, there's webinars every week you should get in there. There's Discord. Exclamation point PC Discord in my chat. Exclamation point Discord in Six's chat. To get on that, there's an ungodly amount of content going on in there. It's crazy.
Yeah, we always in there.
I mean, arguably the best poker Discord there is. Pretty sure.
Yeah, we made this shit nasty, guys. We built this and we think it's fucking sick.
Giving out that fucking free shit. Go
Yeah,
get
we
your
built
free
this.
shit.
We're always trying to add value. So if there's anything you guys think we can do to improve or anything, we're always open for suggestions,
Yep.
as well. So we love doing this and trying to provide value to you guys, especially in the Discord and here. So, we'll evolve as time goes and provide you guys more stuff. So
All complaints and suggestions should go to Crazy Sixes. No, I'm just kidding. Do I think about being an auctioneer? I probably could pull it off. So, Praying Gaming, we're the fuck out of here. Who we throwing the host to?
Oh shit, yeah. Let's see who we're dropping this host to. Nobody was streaming last time I checked real quick. Holy shit, nobody I
throw
know.
it to bras. That's my only thing. Like, always.
Yeah, anybody else on there?
I see Blind Guy. I see Deja playing slots. I see...
I always throw it to my boy Nitty Living.
I'm down with Nitty Living. I never met the guy.
Yeah, he's a cool dad. He's a cool cat.
I gotta find him. Hang on.
Yeah.
Nitty Living. Let's just look it up.
Oh,
Cool.
shit.
Got him.
We got you next time. Start streaming before Tiberian. I think that'll be better if you are already going, and then we'll got you.
Yeah.
We'll, shoot you. All right, guys. Enjoy your weekend. I'll probably be around tomorrow. I feel super fucking good right now and motivated. So I'll probably stream tomorrow if I feel like this. So have a good weekend. I'm gonna kick it off to Nitty Living. Make sure to show him some support and take care, guys.
Yep. Hasta la bye-bye. Peace.
Oh shit! Why is that not working? Oh, there he is. Peace.